Hey everyone, Mike here from Minnesota Shooting Sports, and I'm out here today because I've got a new challenge to share with some of y'all. And this challenge is really targeted at a specific family or group of rifles that some of you all own and some of you don't. Not yet, anyway. And I'll share that with you here in just a second. All right, so here's the challenge target. I'm calling it the 416 challenge. It's a 10-shot challenge at 100 yards on this target, and you can find the target on my website, mnshootingsports.com. You can print it in grayscale as well if you want to. Both of them seem like they look pretty good, and you can make them out down there. All depends on what your eyes like. Only stipulation is the rifle must be a Stevens Model 416 or one of its offspring, which is the Sears Ranger Model 50 or the Ward's Westernfield Model 13. They are all identical barreled actions with very minor differences in the stocks between them. The Sears and the Stevens are absolutely identical between their first and second run on them, and the Ward's has a slightly different stock. Otherwise, they are identical. 10-shot challenge. You can take as many sighters as you want off camera, but once you go for it, you got possible 100 points on this target, and we're going to just go ahead and go for it with some SK Pistol Match Special again. You all know the deal. It's my go-to here lately, and I do have some wind. Don't got anything up here to show it, but trust me, it's here. And I will take a couple of quick sighters on a target that's off to the side, and then I'll let you know when I'm going to go for it. Through the 10 power inertial on top of this 1937 Sears Ranger. That camera's going. Gotta be careful not to bump this camera. The bench I'm sitting at is because the backer at this range is that snow fence netting, and it was the most stable looking netting to get this target up on. And I did bump that camera. Alright. One more quick sighter or follower off to the side. And Alright, 10 shots, first one. This is clumsy because I am working around this camera on this bench. Got a couple of guys to the left of me on the 50-yard line shooting some ARs every now and then. That's what you're hearing over there. And I'm holding at 9 o'clock and about the 8 ring for the wind that I'm having here when I feel the wind. All right, this is the last shot. All right, well, there it is. I will score it up and tie that into the end of this video real quickly. I know some people that follow the channel have commented that, yeah, they really want to get into a vintage rifle. You better do it quick. I will tell you, I bought this example in 2019. I checked my firearms log last night on it. I paid $316 on GunBroker for it. I looked on GunBroker last night. You can't find a Stevens 416 or any of its a Ward's counterpart or a Sears counterpart for under $699 right now. And if they've thrown an optic on it or anything, you're getting into $1,300. This is value and money in the bank for a collector. Stevens have just progressively gone up, and as more people are getting back into, I think, some vintage bench rest shooting, people are realizing the value of these rifles. They used to be a lot less expensive because Stevens was the largest firearms manufacturer prior to World War II in the world. That's why they made rifles for coast to coast and Wards and Sears and everybody else. It was their actions and that everybody else was selling under a name, and it was a clone Stevens. So the market's been flooded with them, but they're drying up. They're getting harder and harder to find. So if you want to get into vintage shooting, all I'm saying is you aren't going to be able to get your foot in the door for even $699. And if you can find one of these that's still got the iron sights on it for less than $699, let me know. If you're not interested, I'll buy the darn thing. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. You have a great day, and look forward to seeing you at the range. All right, so here's the target I just got done shooting, and it is next higher value if you break the line. And that means not like tear the line. You need to be able to plug and break the next line. So that's a 9, 2 9s, 3 9s, 4 9s, 5 9s. It breaks the 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a score of 95 with a 1937 Stevens and a 1930s, early 40s 10 power inertial rifle scope at 100 yards. Get out there and do it, guys.